One of the most influential Supreme Court justices ever in this nation passed away today. Retired Justice William Brennan served on the Supreme Court for 34 years. He won respect for his work in broadening the rights of the individual and battling the government in court. He retired in 1990 and died today at a Virginia nursing home where he was recovering from a broken hip. William Brennan was 91. The largest cash verdict ever imposed against the Catholic Church in a sex abuse case is handed out. The Roman Catholic Diocese of Dallas has agreed to pay more than $100 million in damages to 10 former altar boys who say they were molested by a priest and the family of another alleged victim who committed suicide. A jury found the diocese guilty of negligence for ignoring and then trying to cover up evidence a reverend was molesting boys.
3 big-name stars involved in trials tonight, from TV to the newspaper. They're either hearing or anxiously awaiting good news from the courthouse. First, New York and Bill Cosby. Jurors are set to start day 3 of deliberations in the trial of a woman accused of trying to blackmail the star out of $40 million. They spent today reviewing FBI testimony and examining notes from defendant Autumn Jackson, who claims the actor is her father. Cosby denies paternity.
The jury in the Carol O'Connor slander trial also ending deliberations for the night without reaching a verdict. The actor is being sued for $10 million by a convicted drug dealer who the actor has publicly blamed for his son's suicide. Hugh O'Connor shot himself 2 years ago after a long battle with drugs.
And better news for Ann Landers as a federal judge throws out a lawsuit against the advice columnist. A man had sued her after she published in her column a letter he had written, a letter in which he admitted killing his wife. He is now serving life in prison for that crime.
On tonight's Health Beat, proof your job is more stressful than your boss's. A study looked at civil servants from England. Workers who held bottom-level jobs showed a whopping 50% greater chance of heart attack than top executives. Researchers say workers at low levels are more stressed out because they have little control over their fate.
Also tonight's Health Beat. Look at this. The Children's Rights Council has come up with a list of the best states in which to raise children. North Dakota is at the top, followed by Vermont, Minnesota, and New Hampshire. Connecticut ranks 13th. Mississippi is the last of the states, and D.C. is behind that. The survey examines education and health resources, plus statistics such as crime and teenage birth rates.
Straight ahead on the Night Beat tonight, whether you're heading to the beach or to the GHO, Hilton will be along with a full weekend forecast.
And then in sports, day 1 of the GHO is complete. Who's leading and what are they saying about it? Joe Tess has all your Cromwell moments on Channel 3 Eyewitness News, Connecticut's news station. New information now on a breaking story. Bristol police are now saying that no officer or anyone else has been shot tonight. Earlier they had told us one of their own may have been shot in a chase that began in Waterbury and ended at Rockwell Park in Bristol. Still, right now, a manhunt is on for the suspect. Police from Bristol, Waterbury, the state police, too, are all looking for a man who allegedly stole a vehicle in Waterbury. Stay with the Night Beat as we get the information. We'll pass it along to you.
Well, what a difference a day makes when it comes to the weather in the GHO. Lots of umbrellas out there today. Yesterday, brilliant sunshine.
Yeah, and maybe tomorrow the sun will come back. Let's find out from Hilton.
We are more optimistic about sunshine for at least part of the day tomorrow than we were, let's say, half an hour ago. Brand new information into our weather center here. Right now, starting with 3 Live WeatherNet, 64 degrees in Enfield. We're starting with Enfield because they received no precipitation today. In Hartford, we had only 8/100ths of an inch of rain. Got heavier as you got to the shoreline. Milford, over half an inch, 68/100ths of an inch of rain. Temperatures around the area in the low 60s and upper 50s at this hour. Let's go to our live Doppler 3 radar, and it shows that we have light rain across southern Connecticut for the most part, a little bit into eastern Connecticut, with some moderate showers embedded. Put the radar echoes into motion, and these radar echoes back here in southwestern Connecticut, part of a little upper level low that's moving by and reacting with some moisture in place. And while we're looking at beach weather and at Long Island Sound weather, I want to remind you of the gale warning out over the open ocean because of Tropical Storm Danny passing far to our south. Not a good beach day during the morning hours especially. There goes Danny moving out to the south. There's Nantucket Island. Danny came off the shore there and then headed out into the open ocean, and it looks like the path it's taking will take it far to the south of Nantucket. Latest location, 60 miles an hour, 250 miles south of Nantucket there, and we expect it to take a path that will keep it over 100 miles south of Nantucket Island, so that is good news for southern New England. Here's your forecast in detail. For tonight, we're calling for periods of rain, especially on the shoreline, but could have a sprinkle anywhere, 57 to 62. After a little bit of morning rain or showers, look for some breaks of sun, partly sunny by tomorrow afternoon. Temperatures in the mid-70s. And for the 5-day planner, Sunday we could see near record high temperatures and the chance of an afternoon thunderstorm as a cold front sweeps through. So basically we don't look for any play delaying weather at the GHO tomorrow. And Sunday may be another matter. Joe, you may be dodging lightning bolts Sunday.
Yeah, we'll see.
Some of the golfers actually like this weather, don't they, Joe?
Yeah, they do. It makes the course play a little better for them. You know, it sticks a little bit. And we have somebody who's stuck something big time. It is the GHO Play of the Day. Plus, who's Eric Johnson, you say? Well, we'll introduce you to the surprising co-leader after day number 1 in Cromwell. And what happened with John Daly's return to the PGA? Number 15 is the shortest par 4 on the PGA Tour. Big John gave it all he had. NightBEAT Sports is next. Best story from round 1 of the GHO. It's a no-brainer. Alternate Charlie Raymer shows up at 6 a.m. They don't even allow him in for the players' breakfast. He ends up replacing an injured Scott Hoke, shoots an amazing 3 under par. How you like him now, breakfast boys? Next best story, Eric Johnson was on the Nike Tour last year, missed 11 of 17 cuts this year. Sand save on 18 secures him a share of the lead at 6 under. Former champ Wayne Levy had the hot putter, this on 9. Finishes strong with the bird. He's the co-leader at -6. John Daly's return. Had the big blast on the short par 4-15. How about it? Go for the green, Big John. Why not? 300 yards of glory, but goes on the 3-putt. Daly was 1 over on the day. Steve Pate, great charge. Strong finish. Pate, 1 back at 5 under par. Former U.S. Open champ Corey Pavin continues to struggle. Disappointing effort here. Doesn't go. Pavin marked it up at 6 over. And another local favorite with an up-and-down day, Paul Azinger. Great to see Zinger out there. Lady Luck not on his side to lip out. Here's your co-leaders and the rest of the TPC competitors. Talk to me, Eric.
This was one of my better ball striking rounds. I went out with a game plan and really was trying to hit greens and fairways, especially with the rain. And I pretty much stayed with that all day, and I hit a lot of really solid shots.
And kind of uneventful, really. I hit the good shots that I did hit, I converted for birdies. I really didn't make too many mistakes out there. It was just a fairly solid round of golf.
Putted extremely well. Ball striking was pretty average, and had a couple of good breaks with balls that could have gone in the water but didn't, and then just made a bunch of putts.
I don't know, I've usually been a really good long iron player. My long irons were awful today, but everything else was pretty solid. Just nothing spectacular. I didn't hit a lot of bad shots, but I didn't hit a lot of good shots either. It was just 17s is the hole that pretty much hurt me.
I made some mental errors on club selection there, but I'm playing with a new set of clubs, and I wasn't quite sure how they performed, at the distances, and so I was guessing all day. But it was tomorrow should be a little easier for us.
All right, how about our GHO play of the day? It's a great one from a great finishing goal. Dave Stockton Jr. from off the green. Are you kidding me? Junior caps the day in style with the bird. Well, expect plenty of changes on the leaderboard tomorrow. Cut day always puts the pressure on. As far as forecasting the weekend, the best quote comes from my co-anchor and even par player today, Billy Ray Brown. With his Texas philosophy, Billy Ray explained, "This ain't Wayne Levy's first rodeo." No, it's not. He definitely knows how to win. Oh, yeah. We will see indeed. Hey, Boston Red Sox win tonight 3-zip. Jeff Supan is absolutely on fire. Wayne Levy's on fire at 6 under. We'll see if he can hold it.
Sure
We'll be
will.
watching.
All right, thanks, Joe. Stay tuned for the NightBEAT newsreel coming up next.
All right, we're down on the farm to start off the newsreel tonight. Dairy cows can have a tough life coping with the sun and the flies and even cold hands on their udders every morning. So what's this all about? A Japanese farmer is trying to make things easier for his herd. He turned an old hay baler into an automatic cow back scratcher. Now, we don't know if this device has improved milk production any, but the cows do seem to like it.
think I'd like one of those. And some excitement for campers in Milwaukee. We're talking about Operation Egg Drop. Now, these kids' mission was to build something that would coddle an egg and keep it from breaking. Some kids use balloons, others use paper cups or small garbage cans to try to keep the eggs from cracking. But one problem for these little campers, some of the inventions weren't all they were cracked up to be.
Ba-dum-bum.
That's tough. It's got to be tough.
All right, David Letterman's next, and don't forget to look for the latest on that search for that alleged car thief going on right now in Bristol. Eyewitness News this morning.
And we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for joining us tonight. Good night.
Good night.